Hello artist! I am going to go over how you can make some really neat bubbles. So to do this, you are going to need a piece of watercolor paper. You'll need a pencil, a paintbrush, of course your painter's towel. You're going to need your markers. Really, you're just going to need blue and green. Since I have limited blue and green, that's fine, but if you can find other blues, that's even better. You'll need water and circle tracers. So I used a CD to already trace some circles and some other things that I found around. So you can see, hopefully, that some of my circles are cropped, meaning not fully on the page. I think that looks better when you have things that go off the page. It's called cropping once again, and it is a good quality to have in your art. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a blue marker on your nice dry paper, and you're going to trace the edge of your circle almost all the way around. I'm going to leave a little bit of space over here, and you could see one of the cool things about markers is you can use the sides of them to make thicker lines. And I even transferred it and made a thinner line. That's not a big deal, but it will help make things a little bit cooler. So you can go ahead and do that for other ones as well. Keeping that same shape-ish empty. If you have other blues, you can add those as well. If you don't have other blues, that's not a big deal. And I don't have to add them everywhere. Whoa, that's a cool one. So bubbles are shiny, which is why you need to leave some spots that are going to end up staying white-ish. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And you're going to need to add a shine on the top edge of the bubble too, and there's two ways to do that. One is to not really worry about it right now and add it later. That's my favorite one. But if you think you're not going to work on it tomorrow, then you could add a shine by just making a shape kind of like that, just draw it on, a shine shape. All right. So again, I'm not going to add it in this one. In addition to blue though, because you want your water, or your bubbles, excuse me, to have not be too blue, add a smidgen of green in a few spots. Again, you don't have to do all of it. Kind of just going around the edges. Did you notice that I just went around the edges? I didn't color it in the middle. It's not going to be as effective if you do that. And if you could really see, I even went ahead and added some waves up top. I was thinking I could add like a little ship, like a tiny little ship up there. I don't know. It's your art. Okay, so when you're happy with how much color you've got laying down so far, you're going to use a paintbrush and no paint. Your water or your marker is going to turn into paint. Because these are washable markers, they will turn into paint with water. So I'm going to put some water on my brush, wipe it, and then I'm going to go really gently around the edges. Always kind of going in a circle shape though. Now again, in the next class, I could go ahead and use some white chalk or white oil pastel, and I can bring the white back if you didn't already make a shape. So take your time. I'm trying to keep it inside the bubble, not letting it go out. So make some really cool bubbles. This one I'm just going to color all the way, and I'm going to add my own white shape. All right. So you don't have to do bubbles too. This is a fun way just to paint anything. I don't like seeing that line right there, so I'm going to try to get rid of it. Again, you could do the same thing with the water up here though. And I would turn this into a 2-day art project because I can go back afterwards and I could add more detail. By taking my paintbrush and going down, I can make it so that the colors blend really well. So that is one way to make bubbles that is very fun. All right, guys, if you do this today or experiment, I'll be excited to see how it goes. Happy arting!